It winds through the poplars and the pines. I know where this road goes. It takes me to the music at the timberline. Takes me to the music on the timberline. Takes me to that music up on the timberline. Welcome to the Timberline Music Show. Larry Krause here. Got Gary Larson playing guitar for me today. Going to have a good show. We got some great special guests. Going to be some good music. Stick around and sit back and enjoy it. Going to kick it off with a song that I wrote a few years back. Turned out to be the theme song for the Timberline Music Show, called Where This Road Goes. Been riding these old side hills, I ain't seen a road in days. My bedroll, my trusty pony, out rounding up the straight. But this weekend is gonna be different. I'm heading down that road again. Gonna pass that lodge pole, cross that cattle guard, with a love filled to the brim. And I know where this road goes. It winds through the poplars and the pines. I know where this road goes. It takes me to the one I love, I left behind. White lines, fence posts, go flying by my side. I got Bellegarde and old Ian, yes sir, coming along for the ride. A soft touch, gentle kisses, all they wait on down the line. I ain't got time for no detours, 'cause I got home on my mind. And I know where this road goes. It winds through the poplars and the pines. I know where this road goes. It takes me to the one I love, I left behind. If I know where this road goes, it winds through the poplars and the pines. I know where this road goes. It takes me to the one I love, I left behind. Takes me to the one I love, I left behind. Takes me to that one up there on the timberline. Yep.
from our home. Set aside my own dreams just to keep you going. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we're cool. 'Cause you know, sugar, that I know. Think that you're the only one with secrets left to show. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we're cool. Looks like a rain delay in Cheyenne. I spent my morning speeding down the 59 stones, sober and alone. I sent the boys without me, talked her into sleeping in and landing out the second car that she owned. Met a system bound round Douglas, came in heavy from the park. I fed at 6 around here until dark. I always felt bad for the livestock when the rain came pouring down. Timers off and the stands have emptied out. Looks like a rain delay in Cheyenne. She was one to steal the covers and then smile that pretty smile and made me late. I could have laid there forever, but I hit the road with a chance of bad weather and moving into second place. If I turned out of Eagle County, I could hit Deadwood in a day, and I'd stop and see that girl along the way. So I might just skip on Colorado and head north out of town. The saddle drying my feet till you touch ground. Looks like a rain delay in Cheyenne. Never had the sunshine put a dampness on a choice I had to make. But it cut a guilty conscience, touch an outstretched arm as I nodded for the pulling of the gate. And if a crowd can feel longing, then the dirt can heal a mind. And I bet she finds another in due time. With a little luck, he'll never have to always be on the go. Share his heart with that damn old rodeo.
Well, today on the Timberline Music Show, we're joined by Blake Berglund and Belle Plain. Thank you so much for being on the show. Appreciate you taking the time to come out here. Let's talk a little bit about your careers. When did you start performing together, and some of the things that you've done?
We decided to jump in a van together a couple of years ago and we do our very best to get our 100 shows a year in. So for the last couple of years, we've been basically touring together and writing together and performing as a duo.
Mm-hmm. Where all are you touring? Is it just specifically around Saskatchewan, or are you able to get a little further afield?
No, we're going a little further afield, through Saskatchewan for June and into Alberta, BC, down into the States is the plan for later on.
Excellent. So tell me a little bit about your music style. Music styles have a tendency to be a little bit fluid, but talk a little bit about some of the inspirations that you have in your songwriting and the music you bring forward.
Yeah, I grew up in rural Saskatchewan, so country music was something that was really familiar to me. And then I went and studied jazz at Grant MacEwan in Edmonton, and just kind of worked my way through a few different styles in my music. So I do some blues, I do some roots, I do some country. When I'm with Blake, it ends up being a lot more country. But when I have a couple other players under my belt, we try to do a more wider swath. So we're covering a lot of the early American forms of music.
When I heard 90s grunge as a child, that was kind of what made me say I wanted to play music for the rest of my life, was that genre. And then it evolved into discovering Ian Tyson and discovering Merle and discovering Willie. So I've always taken sort of the sensibilities of what was happening in the 90s and brought it with what I've learned as far as country music goes. Yeah.
Okay, now you of course played all kinds of different venues all across Western Canada. What are some of the favorite places that you like to play?
There's a nice little place in Salmon Arm that we've been coming back to recently and continuously. It's the R.J. Haney Heritage Village and Museum. It's a nice amphitheater outside of Salmon Arm that's kind of one of my favorite places.
Yeah, Twin Butte, the general store in Twin Butte's awesome. The basement in Saskatoon is really awesome. I love playing the Palomino in Calgary. It's pretty wild. Yeah. They always give me a lot of Jägermeister.
Yeah.
And barbecue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what have you got in mind for future projects? Like right now you're here and it's great to have you here, but somewhere down the road, you've obviously got some kind of a plan that you're working towards. Where's that going to be at?
Yeah, I'm putting a new record out in the spring of 2018, and there'll be a lot of touring before and after that. And I've started working with the Regina Symphony Orchestra. So I have some performances with them in 2017, and that's a big job. And then just kind of, I don't know, following the path, see where it leads.
I have a new record coming out in the fall. Both of us have our records pretty much recorded. We're just sort of doing the preparation work to get them out to the world. So our tour is the tour that never ends, and we release this fall and next spring.
Okay, well, talk about living out of a van. I think everybody has the envision, like musicians, they crawl into the bus and they're heading down the road and sort of the whole romantic aspect of it.
Sure.
What's it like living on the road?
You just kind of it's what we choose to do, so you find a way to do it. Travel with a cooler. I go for runs in the morning. We kind of take her easy. We don't get too crazy. I
have a big piece of wood that sits on my lap in the front seat that is my desk with my computer, and I book shows on the road, and we just sort of have this very adaptable lifestyle that is accommodated by a moving vehicle.
It's true. in November, I prepared my taxes in the back of the van. So, I mean, if you want to do it, you can do it.
Yeah, you can find a way to do it.
Yeah.
Now, you've got a guitar player on the show here. Tell me just a little bit about him, because we don't want to leave him in the cold.
He's a dear, dear friend of ours from Kyle, Saskatchewan. I met him over the internet, and he's been in the band for about 6 years now. Mr. Bryce Lewis, the king of everything twangy and Telecaster licks and pops and hammer-ons and pull-offs.
Excellent. Well, I know you guys did a great job on the show here today.
Thank you.
Thanks, Larry.
Really great original material.
Thank you.
Well, two of the songs that you did today, Are We Good and Crooked Old Earth, those are co-writes that you wrote together. Tell me a little bit about that process and how that works out for you guys.
I don't know. We're both kind of solitary writers, so we come up with ideas on our own. And I think I came to the table with Are We Good with most of the ideas, and then Blake helped to round out the song. And Crooked Old Earth was an idea that he'd started with, and I came in, I don't know, more as an editor.
Continuously through the process as an editor.
And yeah.
It's the best way. We find it's the best way to do it. Someone just sort of has the vision and goes with it, and the other one sneaks in where they can and changes what works and takes 50%.
Well, that works. So where can we get a hold of your music?
We're still independent in the truest sense. The best way to get a hold of our music is to write us an email or a line, and we'd be more than happy to email or to mail something out to you. And then, of course, it's the digital age, so you Google our names and the iTunes pops up. Yeah.
Sounds good. Mm-hmm. Well, thank you folks very much. I really appreciate having you on here, Blake.
Thanks,
and
Larry.
Bill, thank you very much for coming out.
Our pleasure.
We'll be right back after this short break.
Missing kids in aeroplanes, anxiety and hurricanes. The locusts swarm across the plains like we said they would. Whales litter in the beach, needles wash up on the streets, and you can make love to a computer screen for $6.99 a month. It's just a trip straight to the grave from the day of our birth. Would I wish my enemy to this crooked old earth? Alcohol and broken homes, the illusions of what we own. We used up all the dinosaur bones and cars that we can't fix. At the altar by the TV stand, the puppets live in government. Well, country sucks and Buddy Holly's dead, and may the Starman cross quick. Just a trip straight to the grave from the day of our birth. Or would I wish my enemy to this crooked old earth? If we all come back around and still just spends the same, I'll wait it out in another realm until something has changed. Bank or broke, kinda cruel, innocent or black and blue. In the end she comes for you. It's just a trip straight to the grave from the day of our birth. Would I wish my enemy to this crooked old earth? Or would I wish my enemy to this crooked old earth? Or would I wish my enemy to this crooked old earth? hoping to never face the day that I'd come home to your note taped to my door. Is it cheating if you don't get laid? Is it a gig if you don't get paid? Is it a crying shame that my tears don't fall? No, the charges all been dropped. It don't change how you got caught. Is it a crying shame my tears don't fall? Being single me, now that's more of a state of mind. Playing hard to get my work done. I ain't got that kind of time. Just like every coin has two sides, so does every truth and every lie. And every sinner wants someone to hold. Is it cheating if you don't get laid? Is it a gig if you don't get paid? Is it a crying shame my tears don't fall? No, the charges all been dropped. It don't change how hard you fall. Is it a crying shame my tears don't fall? Yeah, is it a crying shame my tears don't fall? Tomorrow brings one of three things, none of which I need in my day. One that wants me, one that haunts me. I worry that the other's on its way. Oh, I can try for a little time, run from the two, but I heard you can only run for so long till life catches up with a third. Decisions I made, it's safe to say that I missed a consequence or two. But I won't wait, but I won't escape taxes and death and you. Well, two of them act as middlemen, collectors of repentance and sin. But number three, she knows where I hide my key, and she'll just come traipsing right in. consequence or two. But I won't wait, but I won't escape taxes and death and you. Oh, I'm to blame. Why they all have my name? Taxman, my last breath, and you.
Thanks to Blake Berglund and Belle Plain for stopping by and being a part of the Timberline Music Show. Appreciate it. Going to wrap up with a gospel song that I know you like and that you might want to sing along with called All His Children. When you're standing alone with the mountains and the sea, the arms of the world open wide, where the truth is as plain as the falling rain, and as sure as the time and the tide. You know we're all His children, His next of kin. That's the way it began, and no matter where you're going or where you've been, you're part of the family of man. When you walk down a road and the sun is on your side, with a sweet river breeze for your face, where you don't hear a sound as you look around, everything kind of falls into place. You know we're all His children, His next of kin. That's the way it began, and no matter where you're going or where you've been, you're part of the family of man.